Hey, howdy, howdy, growers on the interwebs. Little video update here. Kind of got a cold, but I've been tired of being stuck in the house on the weekend, so came outside. It's 30 today, I think, 29, North Georgia. About 2 inches of sleet and snow still on the wooded areas. The roads are kind of breaking, but it'll freeze tonight again at 16. But anyways, that's not might not be cold where you guys are. On the other side of that screen, it might not be cold to you, but it is for North Georgia, and that's the thing about warm weather plants. They don't care where it is. All they know is temp. And these got a little cold the other night on me. I kept it 40 in here last night, and this one bounced back. I think I had a dry spot in the grow bag. If you saw my previous video, I don't know where I posted this, but I talk a lot of growing in hydroponics. It's good therapy. I don't go to a therapist. I don't take Zoloft or any of that crap. So here we are. Today I did some trimming. I got whitefly in here. Yes, it's winter, and there's whitefly, and they did some damage to this plant here. In fact, you can see some of them down in there on it. They're about to get some neem oil. Neem oil is going to get sprayed, but I just wanted to show you around. Turnip greens are these are 7-top turnip. I harvested a bed of this Tom Thumb miniature head lettuce. It's pretty good. If I had more sun, it'd be more compact, but throw 2 of them in there in a bowl, and that's a good salad. And half a dozen makes enough for 3 people. A new bed of lettuce. There's some romaine stuff in there. Some more Tom Thumb came out of these trays, which are needing to be moved up into this nutrient film system that runs constantly, but haven't done it. Herbs, habanero pepper, about to renovate these strawberries, and they're going to go into like a container like those Kratky hydroponic. That's Kratky hydroponics right there. I'll show you. This is basically the AeroGarden for the AeroGarden website I look at. Out the pumps, it's just passive. But I'm going to try to put these strawberries in that. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about when you're growing hydroponically tomatoes in your greenhouse. I'm no expert. I've learned by many mistakes, and I'm starting to get halfway decent at it because I can get a few tomatoes in winter now, and the sun's limited here. I only get about 4 full hours, probably about 11 to 3 right now, but that gets about 6.5 in the summer, almost 7 at the peak. But if I had more, I'd probably make more, but I'm happy because I really don't want to tend all the time. This is more of a, like I said, a hobby. But when you're growing like this and growing hydroponically, especially in winter, plants are going to get longer, lankier. You want to take off your bottom leaf foliage, and that's where you probably get your whitefly first as the plant grows, because that's where the leaves are. I take it off. I removed it. That needs to go out. It's going out in the snow. Get rid of it. Hang yellow sticky traps. That'll handle whitefly, and it'll also get your fungus gnats that stay in in the surface of a container that's too wet. That's why hydroponic growing, feed line where it goes into one spot buried, you can kind of control that. But it's always having to adapt on the fly when you get issues. That's what I've learned. Been talking to some people that are newbies in it, and I can remember the beautiful grows I had coming that I messed up. I overfed, didn't control the pH, didn't control pests. It's all kind of a juggling act, and I'm pretty happy where I'm at. There's people that can blow me out of the water, but just wanted to show the wintertime. If you're going to grow wintertime tomatoes, unless you got a full sun greenhouse and well heated, I try to grow colder weather tolerant. These are a Glacier, and they perform well. There's pollinated tomatoes in there, and plenty of flowers. It's doing well for me. Same thing here with a Glacier. They don't stop. They haven't stopped production since it's gotten colder here. And colder in Georgia, I mean 30s, 20s, and I mean this is the coldest we've been for the season. It's 13 this morning. going to be 16 tonight. So that heater runs a good bit, but these colder weather tolerant plants will actually produce for you if you've got a greenhouse or a lean-to, and even I think if you're doing them indoors, just because the environment's cooler, where we live in the winter, I think a winter tomato will grow better in the winter time in your house even. I'm not gonna probably ever have a greenhouse that's like loaded out Cadillac, everything's controlled by a computer. I like to do a lot of stuff by hand, that way you don't mess up as quickly. Technology's great, but we've only been using technology for 100 years really as a race. So anyways, Sunday ramblings in the greenhouse. Wintertime, plants don't need as much feed, don't need to be watered as frequently, and that's about it for me on tomatoes. I try to keep them tied up and control the growth. This is a Husky Cherry Red. This is one that shocked on me. I think it was a little bit of, needed a little more water, and it did get cold in here that night. The coldest had been in here was 36, 37 degrees, and that was working the heater pretty good. So when it did come back, I've kept it in the 50s in here. Right now it's 52. It's about 4 o'clock. Sun will be going down soon. So, and as you can see, my sun is limited. It's over behind the good old Georgia pines now, but when trees on this southwestern side in the winter are defoliated, I can actually get away with it. Like I said, it's all a juggling act. You just got to adapt. You got to learn from mistakes. You can't rush anything. The people I've been talking to about things that are real new, just trying to give them tips, and like I got from people, just asking questions. You learn from other growers and you learn from mistakes. And then I think the only good thing to do is, if you're going to spend all this time doing it, is share the produce with people and share the knowledge with people that want to grow. So that's kind of what gardening is about to me. I've never made a dime off of this stuff, and I've had some really good summer gardens that were producing that I could have probably tried to sell to little farm fruit stands around here in North Georgia, but just give them to the old folks and my family and friends and co-workers. So just take a look at it. If you have any questions, I like to talk gardening. Really like to talk gardening when it's not in season, and that's greenhouse and hydroponics. I really like hydroponics. Grown a lot of stuff in different various methods. I mean, right here there's 2 different styles here, a third one there, and this is not potting soil. This is all cocoa husk and man-made soils. I think actually there might be some potting soil in that habanero over there, but a lot of this is just cocoa. This is all cocoa, and that's cocoa. That's man-made soil, crushed coconut peat. I do well with it. So, and then in the summer I grow a Dutch bucket in straight perlite medium, where it's a recirculating Dutch bucket. All this can be Googled on the internet that I'm talking about. All of it can be researched, and this is why these websites are great, because up until about a year or 2 ago, I didn't even think about Facebook for gardening, but I've learned a lot from a lot more experienced and better yielding growers, and pay it forward. I like to teach my friends about it, and they talk to people about it. Show my nieces and nephews, and even my little dog. He can grow a little bit of grass to chew on when he's got a sick stomach, but he's got a green thumb, even though they don't have thumbs. But anyways, I'm gonna go inside and watch Green Bay and Detroit. Is it Detroit? No, Green Bay and Eli Manning of the New York Giants. If you watch football, they're playing in frigid temps in Wisconsin, so I can't complain about the cold in my greenhouse too much.